Another video in the vacation series. I still got the scruff, I still got the tan, but here's my questions for you. When you think about going on vacation, do you want to get a little bit of work in? Well, I want to too. I had big hopes when I was away for 2 weeks to catch up on a few things. But I made the decision when I was there to stick to my original boundaries of just working on Tuesdays. Now, I talk about the 2 lies that get in the way of us really being the leaders we need to be back in the other video. You want to make sure you go to last week's episode to start there first. But this is, once you're on vacation, here's 2 questions that you can ask yourself and really not feel guilty about the work you're doing. Because it's not heavy lifting, as they say. This really is about you having the time to think. Because one of the beautiful things about going on vacation is it gives us time to think. We're in a different location, hopefully. We're in a place where our mind's expanding. Maybe we relax more. Maybe we're more receptive to something bigger. Maybe we drive past some huge house and go, what would it take for me to be able to afford that house? Or what would it take for me to be able to afford bringing all of my team members on vacation with me? Not a family vacation, but it's kind of a team trip. It might take you thinking differently about the business. So I'm going to give you the 2 questions, but I want to remind you that going on vacation is not time to catch up on email and to have little meetings here and there. But what you really want to do is think about the future. Here's what I do on vacation, and I suggest to you. I had a client of mine talk to me about his experience of going on vacation a few weeks ago. He said, I just enjoyed walking on the beach and thinking about what the business would be like in the future. So that's the first question, is what will the business be like in the future? And for you to think about not just the revenues and the profits and impact that you're going to make, but also the people side. So there's a business side to that question, which is about the hard aspects of it, probably the things you talk about a lot. But what about the people side, the culture? What about trust, empowerment, ownership? What about how you work with values and make rituals around those? There's a lot of things that you can actually let your brain think about of what you want the business to look like in the future. Because if you're happy the way it is right now, then by all means, you don't have to think about this question. In fact, why are you even listening to this podcast if you're happy with the way it is? If you know there's another level, another gear that you can reach, then make sure that you ask yourself that question on a regular basis, and vacation is a great time. Taking a walk on the beach and asking yourself, what do you want the business to look like? The second question is, what kind of leader must you be in order to make that happen? What kind of leader must you be to make that happen? This is all about your evolution, about the skills that you need to get better at, maybe things you need to let go of, maybe mindset shifts, maybe limiting beliefs. It's hard to question those yourself, but there's probably something that you know that you've got to stop doing or let go of as you become a different kind of leader. Maybe your company needs to hire more people. Maybe they need to increase profitability. Maybe you need to have different kind of strategic partnerships. Maybe you need to pivot. Maybe you need to do something completely different. So the question I would ask is, who do you need to be in order to lead that charge? Do you need to be more confident, courageous, more clear about the future? There's a lot of things that can go on there. I won't, just keep kind of drilling it into you, but those 2 questions are very useful when you're on vacation, because you don't have to do anything other than let the brain think about the future. Think about the business. Think about the business side and the people side, but then also think about how you must evolve as a leader. If you haven't already downloaded the training that I put together about your evolving as a leader, make sure you go to genehammett.com/training. You can get the 3 biggest mistakes that are fixable inside the video. It's about 30 minutes. I'm just warning you up front. But it will guide you to really becoming a stronger, more influential leader, being the visionary for your business. And it's all about you creating a team of A players. Just go to genehammett.com/training. When you think about growth, you think about leadership, make sure you think about Growth Think Tank. As always, lead with courage. We'll see you next time.